With the number 8 pick, the Detroit Lions take T.J. Hockenson, tight end out of Iowa. Almost fell to us, Josh Allen. But hey, it was I predicted that's how it would go in my draft simulator, and that's exactly how it went. The Lions wanted to target a tight end once again. I believe Ebron was drafted around the same area, 8th, 9th pick or something like that. But we back, Marcy Sports Talk. Appreciate everybody for showing love. Make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button, won't miss another video. But I'm not upset at the pick. I already knew this the way they was going to go. I just knew it was going to be either tight end or offensive lineman, and they went tight end and to give Matthew Stafford some more help. So that was something that they put emphasis on. So they want Stafford to, they need to help Stafford out some more. My whole thing about drafting a tight end was that they never game plan. They don't utilize tight ends well. I mean, Scott Linehan, Joe Lombardi, Jim Bob Cooter, Darrell Bevell, even in Seattle, he didn't really utilize tight ends well. So at the end of the day, if you bring him here to be a blocker and an occasional pass catcher, like, that ain't going to work for me. He needs to be game planned for. He needs to be active in the offense, in the blocking game, the running game, blocking game, and the passing game. We not picking the number 8 tight end at number 8 to come here and block. We picking him to catch balls and catch touchdowns, but he's an amazing athlete. Love what I've seen on film. Good hands, good route runner, good blocker. And this is where we get, you know what I'm saying? It kind of make you understand why they took Trey Flowers, because they didn't want to take any of the defensive linemen. It was a defensive line rich draft. Honestly, if I had my way, for some reason, a lot of people in Detroit was turned off by Montez Sweat. He did not have a chest problem, heart issue. Montez Sweat would have been perfect to put him on that defensive line to complete the line. Flowers, Sweat, Hand, Snacks would have completed that line. The Lions never complete any part of the team. They never complete the offensive line. They never complete the offense. They never complete the defensive line. They never complete the linebacker core. They never complete the defense. Once again, Matthew Stafford gets additional help. Much help needed. So now you got Hockenson, Jesse James, and Loyola Toyota, whatever his name is. But it's not a pick that shocked me. At the end of the day, you can't be scared. If you feel that Hockenson is the best player available, you really can't. You can't have fear because Pettigrew didn't work out in the 20s back in the day, or Ebron didn't work out in the 7th, 8th, 9th pick, whatever he was, 10th pick. You can't always let your past determine your future. So at the end of the day, I figured that'd be the pick. So it's no angry rant. At the end of the day, we see if it worked. But Bob Quinn, his ass is on the line. Point blank, period, man. I felt they should have went with Sweat, or they should have went defensive wise. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Interesting thing about it, if Allen was there, they would have took Allen, or they just would have took Hockenson. Is the interesting thing about it. But at the same time, if it's a need, but what worries me about the situation is how Eric Ebron left Detroit. He blew up in Indianapolis. That's coaching. That's game plan. And I don't know what Darrell Bevell did with tight ends. He didn't do much with Jimmy Graham. He didn't do much with the rest of the tight ends they got. He had Ed Oliver that was there. I mean, you had Sweat that was there in the defensive rich draft. Maybe Bob Quinn finds value later. But like Shannon Sharp said on Undisputed early, you take the guys that score touchdowns over anybody else. And T.J. Hockenson scores touchdown. But my problem with Hockenson is that, not with Hockenson, but with this team is they don't game plan for the tight end. They don't abuse the tight end. They don't game plan to find a way the tight ends to get 10 targets a game like Philly do with Zach Ertz. They don't take advantage. They don't use them going down the field on a 9 route. They don't use them working the seams. They don't use them with the post route. They don't use them on the real route. They don't use their tight ends downfield to stretch the field. Everything is whip route, drag route, shallow crossing route. Everything is coming off a quarterback bootleg, having the tight end flare to the top or go to the flats. It's really like they don't utilize their tight end like they utilize Jimmy Graham in New Orleans, or they utilize Antonio Gates or Tony Gonzalez or Shannon Sharp. They don't let their tight ends to get vertical. And I think it's more of a schematic game plan thing than an actual tight end thing, because we've seen that with Eric Ebron. But we'll see how they do with T.J. Hockenson. I think it was a reach. But at the end of the day, Green Bay was prepared to take him 4 or 5 picks later. So it is what it is. Salute to T.J. Hockenson. Happy to have you in Detroit. Hopefully, you and Matthew Stafford can do big things. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Love to hear what you got to say in the comments. And don't forget, best way to share the videos is best way to donate. Share the videos. I definitely appreciate everybody for showing love. Let me know what you guys think about Hockenson. And I think it's a solid pick. But like I said before, my favorite other players there.